The company's annual party was supposed to be just another fun night. It started like any other, filled with laughter, music, and the easy hum of conversation. I never imagined it would end with my entire world quietly falling apart. My name is Claire, and that night I thought I was just having a little harmless fun, a bit of innocent flirting. But I would soon learn that fun can carry a price heavier than guilt itself. The party was hosted at Jenna's apartment, warm, inviting, strung with twinkling lights and perfumed with fresh flowers. Couples lingered in cozy corners. Friends swapped stories over glasses of wine, and I floated through it all, wrapped in the comforting haze of attention and charm. Then I saw him, our neighbor, Adam. He leaned against the counter, easy smile, laughter glinting in his eyes. And suddenly, something dangerous flickered inside me. A curiosity I should have resisted, but didn't. We talked. We laughed. We exchanged glances that spoke louder than words. Every conversation sparked something. Every shared smile felt like a thread pulling me to a line I knew I shouldn't cross. The worst part? I was fully aware of it. My husband's voice echoed in the back of my mind. Steady, calm, warning. Don't even think about it. I had smiled then, brushed it off, telling myself, what's the harm in a little attention? By the time the night ended, I was both thrilled and terrified. As I left Jenna's apartment, Adam's laughter still lingered in my ears, his presence clinging to me like smoke I couldn't shake. I didn't realize then that a single reckless moment could dismantle everything I'd built. The next morning, sunlight cut sharply through the blinds, revealing every truth I'd tried to hide. I woke up still feeling the thrill of the night before, foolishly hoping nothing had changed, that it had been nothing more than a harmless story to laugh about later. But reality doesn't wait for permission to arrive. Mine came in the form of my husband's calm, distant voice. He didn't raise it. He didn't rage. That wasn't his way. He just looked at me, eyes once full of warmth now cold enough to freeze me where I stood. Claire, he said, every word measured and heavy with disappointment. I warned you. In that instant, every careless smile, every fleeting glance, every whispered word came crashing down on me. I tried to explain, to make it sound like nothing, a silly misunderstanding. But his silence drowned every excuse I could muster. He didn't argue. He didn't plead. He simply picked up his coat and keys, then walked out, leaving me staring at the doorway, hollowed by the emptiness that followed. Hours stretched on like eternity. My calls went unanswered. My texts were left unread. And Adam, the neighbor who'd seemed so exciting, so harmless, was now nothing but a ghost, the embodiment of a mistake that had cost me everything. That's when it hit me. It had never been about fun. It had been a choice, and choices carry consequences far heavier than a moment's thrill. By evening, reality hit like an icy wave. The apartment felt enormous, suffocatingly quiet, as if the walls themselves were condemning me. My husband hadn't just left the room. He'd walked out of our life, and with him went the love, the trust, the sense of safety I'd taken for granted. I had no one to blame but myself. I wandered through the rooms, my fingers trailing across surfaces that once held memories of comfort. Each photo, each keepsake seemed to whisper accusations of selfishness and regret. The laughter from the night before echoed faintly in my mind, now hollow, cruel, reminding me how easily I'd traded something irreplaceable for nothing. When night fell, I had nowhere to go. The door he'd locked behind him wasn't just physical, it was symbolic. Friends offered sympathy, advice, even kindness, but none of it could fill the void I had created. Every conversation felt distant, every response polite, but edged with quiet judgment. So I sat outside on the steps, city lights blurring through my tears, finally facing the truth I'd refused to see. Attention might feel intoxicating, but it can never replace respect, trust, or love. The flirtation I thought was harmless had burned down everything that mattered. And in that ruin, clarity settled in, bitter but undeniable. I couldn't undo what I'd done. All I could do was carry it. Sometimes the cost of one night lasts a lifetime, reshaping how you see yourself, others, and the fragility of what you thought could never break. I learned that truth the hardest way imaginable.